Guys, welcome back, and today we're going to have a talk. And since this is really important, I want you guys to listen carefully. We are doing okay on some platforms, but we are not doing good in other ways that have nothing to do specifically with the platform, but I'm going to bring them up anyway. Last time we had a couple people try to instigate trouble on Twitch, which of course fell flat for them. But I also need to let you know that I'm having some personal health issues. I've been having a battle with a bulge now for at least almost all my adult life, so that's not going to change. But the sad truth is that as I got older, I kind of became a little slower and not doing as much as I used to. So my waistline is still kind of on the large size. Um, I need to find a way to lose a little weight around here, and I'm not sure how to begin with that. And I'm not sure if this is gonna shit like that. Wait. No. Okay, here. Okay, I want to see if this test shows up. Yes, it does. Okay. Um, we saw last night a lot of things that Donald Trump brought up that is a problem and with America. And one of the things that's clearly obvious is that people in America are uh, very unhappy overall with their situation with our government, not doing what it's supposed to be doing. And I'm not happy with a couple things either. Number one, the fact of this is that I kind of wish I was a lot younger again. I am. I'm not. I'm getting older. And I got a gut on me. And with my knee injury, ow, I can't really do as much as I used to. And so I basically have been sitting here doing videos for the last 2 years, mostly in the house because of the hard nature of getting around. I measured my waistline; it isn't shrunk any. I can't expect it to. Try to cut back on caloric intake. Um, and I'm just not getting it. I'm just not getting it where I'm supposed to be right now, health wise. So listening to people like Red Foreman talk about cannibalistic behavior makes me very, very angry. First of all, if you were to seriously eat me, you would seriously have a major grease fire if you cooked me. Because the fact of the matter is, um, I would be like 85. I would be like 55% lean meat. You would basically get very little out of me, and you would probably end up basically starting a house fire from all the drippings. Okay, reality. Okay, and that does make me self conscious about my weight because I am overweight. I am not skinny. I have always had a battle with the bulge ever since I was a child, and yet what has happened in the last few years is that well, I slowed down a lot. I wanted to talk to some people here on Twitch and then later share this with YouTube because I want people to YouTube to understand something. There are groups in YouTube and Twitch that we would call instigators. I mean, that's not what they're really called, but you know the groups I'm talking about. They're people that actually like to create mayhem for other channels. And they come through and they come on a channel and they start saying horrible stuff. And then the horrible stuff perpetuates and they start destroying the channel's content, resulting in the channel's sincere nature becoming, well, insignificant. I guess that's the way of putting it. Which makes me sad because it's like I know people enjoy coming onto YouTube and Twitch, and they enjoy having fun. And I agree with you. You need to have fun. You know, the world is going to hell in a handbasket. I don't care where other people will tell you. The world is not the same as it used to be. It is not the same anymore. The world is a mess. The world has gone, as I said, to hell in a handbasket. I'm going to have, obviously, a live show right now because we figured, why the hell not? I ain't got nothing else going on, and I want to talk about the stuff that is concerning to me. And unfortunately, for the YouTube side of things, you're going to have to wait to the replay. Okay. Just don't get mad at me. It's just I decided I wanted to particularly focus on getting the people up on Twitch first to get the Twitch ones to speak up. Because the Twitch people are just as important as the YouTube people. And I got a message from some people on YouTube today that seem to imply that they have those kind of what they call the Me Too groups. A Me Too group is basically a group of people who come onto a channel and they just start crazy shit. Alright, we know that. I'm going to get the pin open here. I actually did not even publish this video out to anybody except for my followers, obviously, who have the notifications turned on to get it. But the rest of you guys didn't get it. Okay, I'm going to try to get out some more notifications to more people. But the thing that bothers me is the stress levels. I don't know if any of you guys are aware of how the human body works about cortisol and other hormones, but let me tell you what I know. As a content creator, we are always sitting on the edge of the seat, literally, in some cases. Okay? We're trying to do a good show. We focus on good content. We try to address issues. And it's not an easy game to do that. Because there are always going to be those people out there on the internet, you know who they are, that will sit there and just say horrible things. Yeah, right. I'm going to send that out to a couple people here. And sit this out to Blazing Leo. I want her to be part of the show. I don't know if she will, but that's fine. But she has. We need to get more people in here. We got to get more people in here. We got to talk about stuff. Now, we had a great show last night. Some people pointed out that they thought it was the pits. Especially earlier in segment when Donald Trump didn't yet come on camera, and they were actually had all this people setting up for the rally. Well, first of all, you got to keep one thing in mind, guys. The rally is a big deal. The rally was a big deal because it represents the way that people see Trump, and he's very, very wonderful at being able to reach out to large groups of people, and he has charisma. He really brings them in, and that's great. That's the nature of a Gemini. Unfortunately, it's not the nature of an Aquarius / Virgo. We don't have that. We don't. In certain circumstances, I can be the best communicator in the world. In most cases, though, I am not. I am just plain, not really the best. So I sit here and I'm looking at, what I ask myself, just like everyone else does, is what have I done with my life? And the answer is, I don't know what to tell you. I've done with my life. I mean, like I said, I've been on YouTube for so long. YouTube has become my life. It had become everything that I was, especially after my knee and hip injury. My hip injury was before my knee injury, so it was about 2 or 3 years before. Um, but it certainly didn't help any. And so when the knee injury on top of the hip injury, I was basically in the house most of the time, and wanting to get out. And then at the time the pandemic started, and then when the pandemic started, there was no way to easily get out of the house because everybody was concerned about, oh, you're going to get this disease, you're going to get that disease, you're going to die, you're going to have a long, lumbering, slow death. Well, one time about long, lingering small death, you can see I washed my hair, by the way, is the fact is that you're sitting there on YouTube, your weight's going up, your health is declining, you're feeling more and more like you have failed in life, whatever it is you were trying to do. However, I look at what I have achieved. I have achieved a lot. That is absolutely true. I reached out to a huge number of people. I showed that this registered blind person can play American Truck Simulator and slowly improving her ability to drive the truck. And, I play World of Warcraft with Skynet and Paul, which, is a major step in the direction of keeping socialization going. You need the socialization, okay? There's nothing wrong with being a homebody, except the fact is that it's gonna suck because you sit there and nothing changes. You just sit there, and you may not have very many friends because of the fact is that you're not out there making friends. But one thing I'm worried about is how much longer can we continue to live like this? How much longer can humanity continue to totally physically remove the face-to-face interaction? I'm not saying face-to-face interaction is like the panacea. It's not. Let's be honest. You got people with hearing problems. You got people with speaking problems. You got people who have issues dealing with certain people, and that's a reality. Okay, it's just is, it is, and it always will be. But what Red Foreman said last night on this channel shows me that this individual has a really serious problem. I don't know anything about the individual personally. For a while, he was a mod on my channel. He deleted a lot of other people that were, some of them were legitimate spammers and were trying to spam and tell people to buy products and things from that website. And some of that is, justifiable. Because I really don't want advertising on my channel unless it's advertising I endorse. But I think, there's something dark and sinister is going on with humanity right now, where it's when you got people joking around about cannibalism, i.e., the Jeffrey Dahmer affair. I'm going to say something. I don't support that. We have done enough harm to humanity as it is by politicians who have manipulated the people to doing stupid things, encouraging them, for example, to defund the police, then have a war on cops. The police are protectors in our cities, for example. Yet our society does not like cops because the cops, let's be honest, some of them have gotten kind of a bit surly over the years, but the good men and women who have served in the community at large are doing a fantastic job of keeping people in this community in the world safe. Not a thing wrong with that. But I don't know what's going to happen to me in the next few years if I can't get my weight back down to something civil. I'm 6 inches too friggin' big for my own britches. That's not a joke. I mean, first of all, I don't wear britches. But if I do, I mean, I measured my waistline. I know what it is. And it is just big, okay? I mean, I may joke around about living large and all that, but the truth is that I do worry. I mean, my body. How long can my body tolerate this? How long can my body continue to be in this disheveled state of repair before finally something major breaks, i.e., a heart attack, liver failure, kidney failure, whatever. You don't know. Okay? And so I don't know what to do now because the fact of the matter is there's a war going on my local community even. Because of a few people that have been in major parts of my channel for a long time. I don't know where we are going to go with YouTube because YouTube has its own nasties in the closet, including censoring, blacklisting, shadow banning still channels or channels that support content that YouTube will not tolerate, which is frustrating enough. So the panel is open. I would love to hear from you guys on this. Because I think we need to talk about it. I think we need to address what's going on with humanity at large. Alright, so I have some potential good news. Listen up. Number one, there is a good chance that the soup kitchen will be open soon for meals. Okay? And when I say open soon for meals, I mean literally. You will be able to enjoy a nice, live, delicious lunch. Alright? Fantastic. The problem I'm having right now is that the soup kitchen also needs it's made it clear that they're going to be doing what they call for lack of a better thing, I'm going to share this thing out to share it out to Krista because she's a regular. I want to have her join us, and I want to share this out with MicheleMarieDalene because he's kind of a regular, and I want to share this out to Tiger Kitty because I think in Craig Sr. and a few others, because I really need to bring people in here. And we need to talk about the reality of what's going on with this channel. And my own well-being as well, I guess. A lot of people don't realize how much this frustrates me with my weight. Okay, as I mentioned, it is a big problem for me. And it's been a problem I've had all my life. And, yeah, I really don't know what I'm going to do with my life in the future. Okay, so I sent the video out to everybody. Can't send it out to any more people. At least, I don't know how to reach everybody. Oh, you know what I could do? Let me send it out to one more person. Let me send it out to... Yes. Sorry, no, wait. That's the wrong one. Oh, wait. I'm going to send this out to Tiger Kitty as well. I'm hoping she'll be on here. How you doing, McHenry But your weight is nothing compared to mine. You're not 300 plus pounds, honey. You're just, you're small. I mean, you're trim. I don't see, in your case, I mean, I don't know, I haven't seen you in person, but I don't really see you having the same level of frustration where you go into a store and you really want to try out some clothes. And so you go out there and you go, yeah, I want to buy, a piece of outfit. And then you go, um, you know, it's completely different. Because you're pretty skinny. You keep active, you're healthy, you're young. But when you get to be my age, with multiple physical handicaps, it just adds up to your stuff that you have to deal with in life. And then, of course, like I said, all the other stuff, like on top of the weight loss, the physical injuries that I have, this limiting my mobility. I try to cut back on food intake. That's not working. A lot of reasons why. Number one is anxiety. I get a lot of it. Okay, I get very anxious, especially when everything's going fine. All of a sudden, everything goes whoop, right down the shitter, and you're going, "Oh man, well, that's really not that bad." Try being overweight by over 100 pounds, honey. 100 plus pounds. Now you can talk about a problem. Um, I got a gut I can't get rid of. I've asked my doctor if he can slice my gut open and scoop all the fat out. And because the preponderous bay window is not helping me, I can't get rid of it. I've tried. Um, I I don't know what if you understand what that's like. When you basically ask a doctor, take a scalpel in the operating theater and just go slice right across, and take a spatula and start flinging flat in the garbage in fat into the garbage can. That's exactly what I think he needs to do. But my doctor's like, no, I can't do that because I create the risk of illness and disease. Doctor, this isn't getting any better. You got to do something, please. I mean, how hard would it be to go ahead and just cut out the fat, take off the excessive gut, give me a big giant tummy tuck, please? It's the worst of my waist is my gut hanging out, and I just I don't know. Like my doctor said one time, you're clearing the equivalent of two propane tanks. Oh, 2 20-pound propane tanks for your grill and your gut. It's basically what you got. Yeah, and about as many BTUs of energy per pound, too. You realize that. A pound of propane produces 100,000 BTUs of energy. A pound of fat produces about 150,000 pounds of 150,000 BTUs of energy. So it's really, really scary. And like it said to me one time, he says, "You're not really happy with yourself, are you?" I said, "Well, I could be happier." I mean, it's true. I'm not no 30-year-old anymore. I'm 24 years too old. I'm 24. I'm 54 years old. And 54 years old, weigh 300 plus pounds, and basically got a knee injury, a hip injury that stops you from doing as much as you used to do. You're in a local level in your community, you are basically isolated because you don't really know anybody. That part really blows chunks. When you think about it, everybody points out, well, you need to prepare, work with your neighbors, work with the community during these tough times to prepare for the stuff that's coming. But how do you do that when you are terrible at socializing? If one thing I learned on being on YouTube and Twitch is I am terrible at social cues. I have a terrible sense of humor. I do not have a good sense of humor now. I don't know how to laugh at certain jokes. Certain jokes, I don't get them. Certain idioms, I don't know. Um, and I just kind of, frustrates me a lot. So I'd like to get some people on the panel. Right now, I think anybody. So, and I would like to get you on panel. If you're free, I'd like to have you come on. Talk to me. I wanted to get Tiger Kitty on here. I tried to call her phone. She didn't answer. Yeah. Talking about just the general state of my health and where I feel, what has gone wrong with my life in the last 3 years at least. And it's not all social media either. It's a lot of it is personal issues too, which I'm not going to get into all the details of those, but I just want to talk about a little bit about the things about me that you don't know. And one of them, in fact, is I hate getting older. I really do. Life sucks. And once you hit 54 years old, your life starts to really suck. Number one, you go into your doctor's office and he's no longer saying, "Good job, you lost weight." Now it's like, you still suck at it. That's the sad truth of reality. I suck at it. I suck at it. Really. I mean, I'm on a social media that is more geared for the younger generation. Facebook? No. That's for the generation that's older than me. Well, maybe a little bit older than me. A lot of people I know on Facebook, they're older people. Okay? But, so I try to be proactive on social media, doing more social things, covering more social events. Because that makes me feel good, too. I love covering social media stuff. But I feel in some ways like some of the audience I meet, I said some, not everybody, because there's a lot of good people out there, and there's a lot of good people that are quietly watching these streams. For example, they don't actually say much, but they are there. They're watching the streams. They know I'm a good person, and they know that I'm doing the best I can. Okay? But yeah, I feel I missed a boat somewhere. Let's talk a little bit about my childhood. We talked about Ed's last night. Let's talk a little bit about mine. Okay? My parents kind of kept me isolated from other kids for a lot of reasons. Number one, they didn't want me to get hurt. They didn't want me to get physically hurt because of my eyesight. So they felt it'd be best to keep me in a protective environment where there was less issues of getting hurt, and that's fantastic. But else we lived in the middle of nowhere, and we basically kind of like Ed's situation, but there's a couple twists here. I also had, as far as my mother was concerned, horrible behavior, horrible social etiquette. I don't think my etiquette was that bad. Eating habits were a completely different story, but that's understandable to some extent. Um, the My parents were like, well, you're not going to be anything but a registered blind person for the rest of your life. You're not going to have the opportunity to, you can't drive a car, you can't do a lot of things that normal kids would be able to do at 16. You're not going to be able to easily find a job because of your disabilities. You are going to be pretty much, you know, dependent on other people to help survive, which is true. But that was definitely before the internet and social media. It is today. Now that's a little different because now, thanks to the social media, even people like myself are out there. We're out there doing things to the best of our ability, showing up our skills. But I do wish I was younger. I do wish I was maybe born in the 1980s instead of 1970s, maybe with better eyesight. But of course, I don't have any choice about the eyesight because that was something that was just is. Okay, it is what it is. All right. It's not going to change. You're not going to magically turn a registered blind into a person that has perfect eyesight and perfect hearing, which my hearing went bad, got worse as I got older. But the thing is it really sucks. So what did I do as a kid? Well, I would work on models and I would build with Legos and I would, tinker with electronic circuits and read books to the best of my ability. I was an avid book reader. I used to read for fun. I used to read for school. I love school for the most part. I love history. I love science. And I did keep up with history and science and technology because I knew, and that was things I enjoyed doing. And I then said to myself, is when I get a chance, I want to share my knowledge. I thought about becoming a teacher. And which would make sense, right? Become a teacher in school and, you could teach the younger generation some of the things that you know. But even in the 1980s, I saw the technology was starting to get faster and faster and faster and changing faster and faster to the point where what I learned from the 1980s by 2000 would be obsolete. And I was right. Okay, it is not the same. The stuff that I know and I grew up with, the younger generation has very little insight of how that was back in the old days. For example, if I talk to you guys about, for example, phones, you guys may think, oh, you're talking about cell phones, right? You're talking about these little handheld personal data devices. No, I'm talking about the kind that has a handset and has a speaker and it plugs into a wall jack and then you pay a monthly fee to your local phone company, which gives you a dial tone, and then you make a phone number by turning a rotary dial. That's what I grew up with. Okay. Now it's, of course, a push button. But back then it was a rotary dial phone. That's what we did to get things done. We didn't have that. TV reception. We had a rooftop antenna. And a lot of times it was a real treat when you could manage, if you were into DXing, trying to pull up TV stations from a distance, to see if we could pull TV stations from far away and watching those TV channels from far away. That was fun. People would do that because that was just something they could do. Oh, well, if I build this antenna and I'm aiming straight to New York City, maybe I can get Channel 5 or I can get Channel 9 or Channel 11. And we did that until 2 and 4 and 7. And that's what we would do. Always trying to find a way to make things a little bit better for ourselves. And we had a sense of accomplishment. Today, everything is so pretty much easily done. I mean, I want to watch WCBS and Channel 2 to New York City. I don't even have to do much more than go to the URL of the website and boom, there it is. But back when I was a kid, that was a real challenge to do because you were just, you know, you had to worry about terrain, you had to worry about the height of your antenna on the roof, you had to worry about pointing it in the right place, you had to maybe preamp it a lot, pick up the signal, and you might get the signal which might be surrounded by grainy noise, but that was what you were doing, you know, and that's completely different time. Today we don't even think about that. We talk about records, for example. I mean, records, vinyls are a big thing now. People love vinyl, right? Vinyl's cool. I was collecting vinyls before vinyl was even a thing. All my life, I grew up with records, and so I had developed this huge collection of vinyls covering all kinds of genre music. Because if it was on vinyl and I saw it in the dumpster or whatever, I would look at the record and see if it was some record that would get my attention or catch my eye, and I'd keep it, and I would and I'd play it, and I would enjoy it, and that was what I did. So music was a big part of my childhood. Cartoons were a big part of my childhood. I loved cartoons. On Saturday mornings, we had cartoons. We did that. We watched that. Today, you can go to Cartoon Network or some other Cartoon Network show, specifically designed for cartoons and cable channels, and watch that. So you didn't have to wait for go through school Monday through Friday and then wait until Saturday and watch the cartoons. And then right afterwards, if you had homework assignment to do, you would then rush and get the homework assignment done by Monday. That was something we dealt with. Today, even if we didn't have cable, we would have probably, some of us would have had a VCR. And I thought about recording my cartoons as a kid in the 1980s. But honestly, setting the VCR to watch cartoons kind of sucked because it didn't feel like Saturday morning anymore if you're watching that instead of PGA golf in the afternoon. So I just had the pleasure of being around a very different time frame than what we have today in social media, because we don't think about what the older generation, which would be my generation, is teaching the millennials. The millennials, which are the younger ones, let's just say for the years 1980 and on, they were in the transition. In a sense, they were starting by the time they were in their 15, 16 years old. They were born in 1980. They were dealing with Windows 95, and then later on, Windows 98, and then Windows 2000, and Windows Me, Windows NT, Windows Max, social media, internet, Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, Snapchat, yeah, all that. We didn't have that. So we would go out and we would physically interact with other people. But here I am, I don't know my social cues from a hole in the ground, trying to interact with people in public, and I'm be a total friggin' disaster because I just didn't have the social cues I needed. Partially because of my Asperger's, partially because of the way I was raised. So I didn't have a clue what to do. Social media kind of made it better for me, but of course, by the time I got into it, let's see, 1980, I was 18 years old. Oh, no, I was 19, I was 12. And then by 1990, I was 22. Okay? Still don't sound too bad. Sounds like you still kind of fit in with some of the millennials. In some levels, I did. But while they excelled and went on further and behind, I got further and further behind. And then of course you came up with your own languages, your own lingo, which I don't know. And then I get into this, like, well, what next thing? Tiger Kitty, how you doing? I just filled up with gas. I'm going to take a small trip next weekend. Oh, really? You want to join me on the panel? Please. You and I are about the only generation. You're the same generation I am. Yeah. Don't you come on? Come on the show. Talk to me. Yeah. Um. So that's something to think about. You know. Um. So for some of the younger generations that make jokes about things like Red Foreman making jokes about cannibalism and all that, and which creeps me out bad. Really, it does creep me out badly that he would be doing jokes about cannibalism. I know he thinks it's humorous. It's a dark humor. I'm not into that kind of dark humor, and then the so I think that there's a sort of this little bit of a loss somewhere in the system. And I really wish, I knew what to do. There we go. There's Tiger Kitty. Let me get the camera up here. Where's my pointer? There it is. Here it is. Good morning. How you doing? Or afternoon
Good
in this
morning.
case.
Afternoon, yeah, it is now.
Yeah. Anyway, like I explained, last night's show was pretty good, but I feel like I think I don't understand all the cues that were being said last night.
What cues?
Why was Red Foreman talking about cannibalism for one thing?
I think he's don't let him hear me defend him because we don't get on. But I think he's only kidding. And I think when you react, he does it more. So you just got to ignore the cannibalism.
Yeah, well,
stuff.
right now I banned him on here, so he can't do it.
Oh, God. He's been banned about 5 times yesterday.
Yeah, well, this time I made it stick. All right, so, but wait, well, let's talk about a little bit about my background, and the fact is I feel frustrated because, first of all, my weight is out of this world. I'm not happy with it. I can't figure out how to get off 100 pounds of weight. I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's caused by my cortisol levels from anxiety and stress, or if it's caused by just because of my health issues making it hard for me to move around, or what.
Yeah, it's probably not moving around enough. How about you do a little every morning, a little keep fit exercising?
Yeah, I try to stay active. I do try.
Like you could do half hour every morning.
Yeah.
You can find something on the laptop or on your computer and just follow them for half hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. Well, but like I also pointed out, my childhood, I did not have the most active childhood. I've always had a weight problem ever since I was a youngster, so it's not like it's totally new to me.
Well, I've seen a photograph of you when you were younger, and you look tall and skinny.
Well, now I look squat and fat. How does that happen?
It's the same with us all, Michelle. It's not enough exercise and eating the wrong food.
Well, actually, it brings up a good point. Would you agree with me that the situation from the last 2 years in general has been pretty bad on the well-being of people?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. We've kind of segregated ourselves in the last 2 years and not done anything. So yeah, which is why I filled up the RV this morning and thought instead of it sitting in the driveway, let's get it full up with gas, and I'll take it out next weekend, and I can take the dog and do some long walks.
Yeah. You thinking about visiting Winston in the near future?
Yeah, definitely, but not this weekend. I'm just going to do a short trip because I'm not sure about the weather, and if it gets too cold, I can always come home.
Yeah. Speaking of the weather, short trips. I don't have your area in here, but I also got a message from Leo.
Yeah.
She said that 15 plus people were not going to be returning to my YouTube channel because of Yam Ranch, Paul, and Specklecat. And I'm like, wait,
That's.
Yam Ranch is person non grata. I don't want Yam Ranch on my channel. And I don't even know.
I don't know why she would send you that message. I mean, people should just be there to support you. You banned Yam Ranch because of the doxing. There's nothing more you can.
I think people need to support each other in general. I don't think it should even be anything like, well,
the funny
because
thing is,
you're
Michelle,
a friend with this one, I don't want to be your friend or whatever.
Right.
If that's the way people really feel, don't say anything. Just walk away.
Right,
but in the long run, aren't you
being doxed is not fun, is it? I mean, I do get it, and she's got a young child, so I was the only one that sort of said no, I don't agree with it.
Right, I understand that too. Yeah,
and I feel like she's kind of putting me in that category as well, but I don't know. I honestly don't agree with doxing. I don't think it was right.
Well, right now, like for example, I'm trying to get some of the older Twitch streams on YouTube. And that's becoming an exercise in futility because of the fact that YouTube is a much harder platform to work with. Because, like, let's see, like, I got videos here, like, one that's blocked because of copyright claims. I'm trying to pick through all these videos right now and fix all the issues with copyright claims so I can get these up on YouTube. And the reason is because of the fact that we've got YouTubers that say we don't want to support anybody. We don't want to support we don't want to support these people. All right, now, okay, did that one. Select action. What? You're going to make me actually edit each individual piece individually? What the hell? No. All right, so anyway, that's what I'm trying to get at. So, I mean, people are saying, I don't want to follow you on Twitch because we don't like Twitch. Okay, fine. And as I say, well, we don't want to follow you on YouTube because YouTube sucks and YouTube is going to basically eat you for dog food, which is equally true. And then it's like, okay, fine. So I'm going to be streaming on what? What do I stream on? I don't know. Can I stream on Instagram? Maybe. But Snapchat? No. I wouldn't use Snapchat. Snapchat is got problems in its own right. But it's just I feel terrible about my own well-being. I think I feel like I messed up somewhere in my life and my health, and I don't know what to do. You know.
You sound a bit down today, Michelle. Why are you so down?
Because I measured my waistline and I gained I'm about 6 inches too big, and I feel like I failed at even trying to lose any weight despite my best efforts to cut back on my caloric intake.
Right, you've got to move though as well. It's no good just cutting back. You've got to get rid of the weight that's already on you. So exercise is the only thing.
Yeah. Speaking of that, let me just check the weather forecast real quick. That's what I was going to check. Well, right now, for example, today, it says it's supposed to be showers. I'm not seeing any immediate showers. Tomorrow is going to be pretty good. Monday, Tuesday is going to be pretty good. Because that's when I go get my ears at that's when I go get my picture taken at the DMV.
All right.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
The weather's starting to warm up. There will be some rain Wednesday, 100%. Thursday, 90%. Friday, warmer and 40% chance of rain.
Hmm.
Okay, that's great, but what am I going to do every day? You see, now that's another thing is I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing every day. Because I used to go to the soup kitchen, for example, and now the soup kitchen isn't even open anymore. And then they said, I found out from Krista's husband that the soup kitchen is going to be opening
Oh
in May.
wow.
Yeah,
Oh, then that's good.
for two lunch waves, 2 lunch periods from uh 11:30 to 12 and 12 and 11 and then sorry, yeah, 11:30 to 12 and 12:30 and 12 to 12:30. That
Oh
sounds
wow.
fine, right?
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
May, not April. But then we got the new pandemic coming in, and guess what? Knowing them, they're gonna probably end up basically furloughing that plan again because of the pandemic.
Right.
Uh,
Well, you
so
just have to play it by ear. And I mean, there's exercise you can do at home, Michelle. You don't have to go outside to exercise. All you need is a couple of cans of vegetables, and just sit at your computer and start moving your arms up and down with a couple of cans of veg.
yeah,
You've got to be dedicated.
but the thing is that given the way that some of the people on the internet make me feel, I said some, there's makes me feel worse because they put me down constantly.
Who put you down?
Just a couple people in the chats. You can see them. Um,
Who? You mean, I think Reg was joking yesterday. And I think
well,
if you react,
well,
it
maybe he
makes
was
him do it
joking
more.
yesterday, but it didn't make me feel nice about it. You know,
Right, well, he should know better, but
he should
I
know
mean,
better. He should, but for some reason he thinks it's funny. I don't see where it's funny.
right,
You know,
well, I mean, you could give him another chance. Maybe
I
he
could give
was,
him another chance, but he still needs to at least give me an explanation what the hell he's doing it for.
well, I don't know, but I mean,
And we're down to 1,115 subs on YouTube.
that's fine, Michelle. Numbers will go up and numbers will go down.
And then Leo says she's taking 14 people with her and they're never coming back.
Why would she do that? Are you sure she said that?
She said that. I mean, knowing her, she probably deleted the comment, but oh yeah, she said it. Oh yeah, she said it.
Um,
I
Maybe she was upset yesterday. I don't know. I can't keep making excuses up for people, but that's a
yeah.
funny thing to say. I mean, I don't know why either. You banned Jam Ranch. What more could you have done? And if she wants you to ban Skynet, Skynet plays games with you. So,
Here, let me do this. Let me send you some of her latest messages to
oh
you
Lord.
uh in the um in the private group. You and me and Krista. And
I
I'm
mean,
gonna.
do you know what, Michelle? She's probably upset as well and hurt.
She's always upset. I never see her never upset. She's always screaming at me, always saying, "Oh, here, I just send you the DM with some of this stuff that you and Krista can look at." Um, I just, I don't know.
I don't know really.
Um,
But Skynet plays games with you.
well, yeah, me and Skynet are having fun playing games too. Yeah, good games.
All right. So
I don't know about the bad
I,
kind,
I
but
don't know. I just don't know what to say because I don't know what would help. I,
it is.
I thought give her some time and maybe she'll come
and then
back.
she like Ranch got unblocked. Well, one of the accounts probably got unblocked by me because I was going through all the blocked accounts, the Red Foreman blocked, trying to figure out which ones were really legitimately blocked ones and which ones weren't.
Oh, he
And
was.
I'm like, but since right now I don't even know what Red Foreman's doing, so I'm not sure if I can say he's making a good decision as a mod. That's the reason that upsets me so much. Is the fact is that
Right.
here I am. I thought I had supporters, helpers that were helping me to keep things from getting too crazy, and then one of them starts doing strange stuff, and then I don't know if I can trust that person anymore because it seems like they lost their mind.
Um, I mean, I don't know what to tell you either about that. Sorry, I'm not much help today. But I mean,
That's
Red has
okay.
been a good
Just
supporter in the
talking to you is a
past.
help. Trust me. Just talking to you is a help. Um,
Uh,
I
I
mean,
don't know. It's the curse of YouTube, maybe. It
yeah.
can it can get everybody down, I guess. And maybe you need a break, Michelle. Maybe you could do with a couple of days off, or
Here's the problem with taking breaks in social media, especially on YouTube and Twitch when money's involved.
oh,
YouTube,
okay.
okay, doesn't necessarily. Oh, it's more serious than Twitch and YouTube. So I'll mention Twitch first. Every day you don't stream, you don't make money. Okay, because YouTube has what they call evergreen content. That is, I can produce videos, upload them, and they'll be there to watch days, if not weeks later. But Twitch doesn't do that. Twitch, your videos from less than over 2 weeks ago are erased. They're not stored on Twitch. So which means if you took a 2 week break, you come back and there's no content. People are gonna stop following you. You're gonna
Right.
lose any bits you earn, and you're gonna be basically once you get below 50, I believe 50 followers, you lose the ability to receive bits. And we have to have at least a minimum of 3 watchers on a stream, an average in a 30-day calendar period to be an affiliate.
Right. Yeah.
See
I don't
now,
know. It's hard. It's not easy being a YouTuber, I
no, it's
guess.
not. And that's the Twitch side of things. YouTube is a little more flexible, but here's the catch with YouTube. You got YouTube itself that is starting to say things like, you can't talk about this topic, you can't talk about that topic, demonetized. Or you say something that might offend the people on YouTube, instant channel termination or channel strike. And like, wait, there's no appeal process, especially if a channel's terminated. And
Hmm.
there's and that makes it harder too.
Right.
Because sometimes we're human beings, mistakes happen. Remember,
Hmm.
I mirror the chat on the screen. People like that because they can come back and watch the chat. At the same time, it's bad because bad people can say bad stuff and it shows up on the screen, but it doesn't show up on the YouTube chat. But then they'll go, "Well, I
Well,
told you I said that. See, it's right there in 5 minutes in." And
right, Michelle, you got to calm down because it seems like you're getting a little bit. Everything seems to have got to you today.
yeah, everything
Yeah.
gets to
Yeah.
me.
And I think you know. I'm just reading a bit of what Leo sent to you. I never unblocked Yam Ranch, and I haven't seen if that was Yam Ranch yesterday. That wasn't. He wasn't called Yam Ranch. I said, "Is this Yam Ranch?"
We're trying to keep the bad ones out, guys. We really are.
And I've never not said it. I find him funny. The
I gave
doxing is
Automad a little more laissez faire to seriously help keep the bad ones out of here.
right,
Which
but
unfortunately means
I
the
don't
good
agree with
ones,
doxing.
which means the
And
good
I was
ones
the
could
only
also
one.
be put in the bad pile, even if they said nothing seriously wrong.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to tell you,
And
Michelle.
that's the problem when you have automated mods like that. Is like if you use the automated mods, if you have the tool set to be, you can actually have it too broad of a paintbrush, or you could have it, where it means that nobody can say a word before they're banned. And banned people are not going to follow your channel. Okay? But at
I
the
mean,
same time, you know, you can have it so lax that everybody shows up on the channel, even the people that really shouldn't be here. And then you have to start manually picking through them to see what they're saying is bad, good, neutral, whatever, and then determine if you should ban them or not ban them. It just
I
adds.
know. I mean, I don't. I think it's a very difficult thing to have a channel and keep everybody happy. It's got to be the most difficult
Oh,
thing
that's just
because you're
it.
going to get
Trying to
people
keep
that don't
everybody
like
happy is
people.
not easy.
I don't get on with Red anymore, but I have never told you to ban him or anything. And in fact, I would say unban him because he has been here a while and he has sat with you before. And
Well, what
you
he
know,
said last night, though, doesn't make any sense.
he
How do
was
I
talking.
know I'm unbanning the real Red? I'll be honest here. How do I know?
Well,
I don't even know if that's the real Red.
It was the real Red because I saw him in some other people's side chat saying he was messing about. So he was
I mean,
messing
sure,
about.
I can unban him, but what's going to stop him from doing this again?
Um,
I mean,
I don't know, Michelle. I mean, you don't usually go live on a Sunday, so
oh man.
maybe I don't know.
All right, the ban's off again. Yeah. Well, wait. So where do you want to? Where are you planning on going for a trip anyway?
I'm not sure. I was just going to go somewhere, kind of like a couple of hours away, somewhere where there's some nice walks for the dog. And like, so I've got the same problem as you. I
See,
need
that's
to
something I wish I
exercise.
had easy access to doing. Sometimes I'd like to get away from it a little bit too. Like I said
Yeah.
one time
Mm.
before, seriously, I thought about just moving out of here and just get the hell out of here. Don't give a forwarding address and just put a big giant do not disturb on my phone and say I don't want to talk to anybody. Or
You
maybe just
sound a bit.
cancel the cell phone outright and say I don't want any phone calls. I don't want to hear anybody because I'm so I need a break. I do agree with you. I need a break
I
because
think you seem a bit frazzled today, like upset. What has caused this upset?
well, that's what caused the upset was last night. Was the what was said by
Cannibal.
Red was one of the things that upset me. And then
Mm.
waking up this morning and seeing I only have 1,115 subs
That's
on
fine.
YouTube, that
Your
upset me even
numbers,
more.
Michelle, your numbers go up and down every week. Every week they're up and then they're down again. They're up, then they're down again.
Yeah, but
It's
for
normal.
for
That's
content
normal for your
creator,
channel.
that's not a good thing. I mean, that's to us. That's like that means that we failed somewhere, and then we start to take it very personal.
No, don't take it personal. You can't please everybody all the time. That's all it is. I don't like to see you upset.
I mean, for example, the video from yesterday, 7-hour video, had 122 views.
That's
But
good.
first of all, because what Red Foreman said in the video, Stan CT said that he was guilty of doxing, and that I needed to delete that segment. Well, like I told Stan Nice, I said, "Well, I'm going to be editing the video down to the highlights anyway because it's too long."
Hang on, who doxed who yesterday?
The first segment was just waiting for Trump. I was like, I didn't need to see all that garbage. I just wanted to clear out that stuff. So I separated two highlights. One was just Donald Trump's speech, and then the second one was the regular Nate show after the Trump speech. So people,
It's very
can actually
confusing
watch the
keeping
good
up
stuff.
with all this. I don't know how you do it, Michelle. It's hard work, but that's part of the parcel of being a creator, I guess. You got to take the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
I haven't
But
seen
I wish
Scan
my
that much.
body could
Where is
take. I
Scan?
wish my body could lose the weight, though. I mean, I really wish I could. I wish I had a better metabolism, or I could have
Well,
lost weight.
you have to move more to do that. I
Yeah.
mean, you're not moving. You're getting up out of bed. You're going to sit in your chair. You drink your tea and eat your food, and you really don't do much steps a day, do you?
Not physically. No, no,
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, so you need to improve anything. Any improvement would be good. So, like, can you go out onto your balcony bit, onto your porch bit, and just get your walker and walk up and down 10 times every
No, I
morning?
used to do videos on the porch, but what happened was, for example, was that I'd be sleeping, and then he gets upset when he hears me talking on the porch because he can't mute the sound. I'm like,
Right. But I'm not on about talking. I'm on about get your walker out there. It's quite a big porch, isn't it? And you could do laps, like go round
well,
10 times.
I can walk around the porch without the walker because it's flat. But you're right. It's when you get into uneven terrain is when I have problems.
Right. So
Eh,
go out there every day. You can do it today and do 10 laps around.
You know. Yeah, well, on Tuesday, Krista and I are going to go get the DMV ID, and then we're gonna go to McDonald's. I don't know if we're gonna eat anything heavy, but we'll just go out there at McDonald's and just do a little bit of activity.
Right.
Because the sad truth is, we all know that all Americans are feeling this way about what's going on. They're all feeling stressed out.
Yeah. We've had a horrible couple of years. Let's face it. It's been bizarre.
Yeah.
Pandemics, wars,
And
big
I think
toilet
that's
paper
one of the
shortage.
reasons why Americans really seriously want to see Donald Trump back in the White House again.
Yeah.
Because
And
during his time, just like Ronald Reagan, which you remember Reagan, because you and I were
right.
around when Reagan was around, he was um, getting people to feel good about themselves as
Mhm.
Americans.
Yeah.
You know,
I
people were
mean,
beginning to become successful. People felt like they
yeah.
had a chance to be in the 1980s. You know, Reaganomics was big.
I
People,
mean, we're sitting here moaning, Michelle, but people had it worse before us when there was big problems in the
oh
world.
yeah, I know. People had it
So,
worse before us.
we gotta be English and stiff upper lip, keep calm and carry on. That's all we can do.
Well, that's what I try to do.
Yeah, and you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
I think this is what I think, or maybe I hope things will calm down and everything, because I had so much fun, like over Christmas, and I don't know, something took the fun out of everything.
yeah, well, I think the situation with Yam Ranch is what punctured the Christmas tires. Seriously. Um,
I don't know what's going on. I think we need the summer here so we can all get out, get some vitamin D.
yeah. Well, right now it's overcast at this point. It was sunny this morning, but then it got overcast.
Yeah.
So, um, which kind of sucks because I was really hoping that, you know, get out a little bit too.
You can get out as long as it's not raining. Get on that porch patio bit and walk up and down 10 times. You'll feel better that you do it every day.
I'm not gonna walk up in that. Just walking up
Well,
and
see, you don't want to
when I was
exercise.
going to
So,
Cumberland Farms almost every day, I was walking up the stairs twice, 3 sets of stairs twice a
well,
day, sometimes 4 times a day, because I keep forgetting stuff. Um, so, but I think what kind of was kind of a bit of a downer was that Ed was like, he was. I don't totally disagree with this. He says, because your age, why don't we go have Instacart deliver food to the house?
mm,
Like, well, I kind of like walking to the store once in a while. I kind of like going out. I do like to be doing social things.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
And yeah, I mean, don't take away exercise. You need to add exercise.
Yeah.
I mean, if I tell you what would be a good thing for you, although I know you can't do it. If you had a little dog, you'd have to get up and take it out to the toilet every 4 or 5 times a
unfortunately, my
day.
landlord will not allow us to have dogs, so.
Oh, okay. Not even a little one?
Nope, no dogs. But I have a cat, but he's pretty easy to take care of. He just goes out on his own. He comes in when he's done, and
Yeah.
which makes my life a lot easier because at least I don't have to worry, like you said, about taking the dog out. But he says no dogs, and he has the final say, so it's okay.
Yeah. And I guess if you're in those apartments, it's probably not fair on a dog. It's not like you can just sling the door open and let it go out.
It's not like yeah.
You can't just let it out. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's probably not
Well,
fair on a dog.
Rusty usually just goes in and out, but even Rusty's not even going out much. He's just staying in the house most of the time too.
How old is Rusty?
I think basically it's just a general malaise to what's going on. I don't think it's specifically me. I think humanity is starting to feel like we're circling the drain. Let's be honest. We as a culture has failed. We have there's just a general sense of depression because of everything that's happened.
Right.
The American Psychiatric Association has said that the lockdowns have seriously increased depression and anxiety, and people are not getting the help that they need because of there's a feeling like of helplessness.
Right. Yeah.
So I know it's not just me. I know that.
No, it's not just you, everyone. And it's normal to feel down now and again. I mean, we all do. But you just got to pick yourself up and carry on.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the good things that are coming. You've got some good weather coming. You've got
Well, right now, for example, let's see who's watching the show right now. Anybody besides for
four
me?
people.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Let's see. Let me pull this up here. McKinley Cruz is still on here. George Whiteboy's still on here. Nightbot's on here. You're on here. Of course, I'm on here. Yeah. But
hi, Cruiser.
Yeah, Cruz is here. Let's see if we can get him on the panel. I'm just curious. He
never talks. He might do because there's nobody
here.
He
does once in a while. It's true.
He talks on his own channel, so.
Okay, let me edit this. Okay, so I'm gonna. So that's. Oh, that's not the right link. Don't send that, Michelle. That's garbage. Oh, okay. All right, never mind. Let me block that, or let me delete that one. That was a mistake. All right, so let me click the Gmeet link here. Where is it? Because I don't think I want to send McKinley Cruz to that information from Blazing Leo. That would be kind of bad. But yeah, it's kind of strange when that happens, right? Copy. That's better. Let's see if we can get him on here.
I mean, he's not even typing, is he?
I do feel better when I can actually talk to people.
I don't think he enjoys talking to people. Probably
I think he does enjoy talking to people. I know that he does, like, he does his own show, and he has commoners, and he has people that come on and
commoners. Michelle.
People that talk in this comment section.
Comment.
But
yeah.
I don't think he does a lot of panels.
He has been on yours before, but are you there, Cruiser? Cruiser, are you there? Type. He might not even be at his computer.
Yeah, he's here. He's watching this. Probably jogging.
Oh, he could be jogging, yeah. See,
Well,
he
it's
gets up and
actually subtract 3 hours is 10:46 in the morning in California. So when I say
oh,
good morning, it actually is not necessarily inaccurate because somewhere in the world is morning,
yep, that's true.
just not on the East Coast.
Uh-huh. All right. 1 second, Michelle.
And you know, it's yeah. So anyway, what was your childhood like? I was since I talked a little bit about mine. What was yours like in say school?
No, it was just normal, English school. Uh, it was fine. I was brought up by my grandparents.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fine. Can't moan about it. They were very nice to me, gave me
What was your
everything.
favorite classes in school?
Probably art.
Art? You took art too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took art in college, or high school for like 3 years in a row, and I was in also a metal shop and wood shop. I also did business arithmetic, accounting, business management because I went to a business high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so business was big deal there. That was a
Yeah.
major curricula, and I was part of that.
Oh, wow. Surprised you didn't get a job in business.
I do got a minor in business management, full say. Using what I've learned through a YouTube channel, which is stressful enough. Thank you. Imagine going getting a master's in business administration and sitting there going, and then have somebody else sit there going, "I thought you knew what you're doing." Uh, well, my MBA was from 1995. Whatever. I don't have an MBA, but I still. Um, but I was a minor. My major was computer programming, which unfortunately in this day and age is doesn't really translate well to the modern computer systems out there now. But I loved history and I love science and technology, like I said. So I always was involved reading science magazines and technology magazines. Occasionally, I would read some magazines on law and things like that, and I just
Right.
enjoyed keeping.
Well, I mean, Michelle, you are one of the most intelligent people I know, and I mean that. I mean, your brain is amazing. Like the
Yeah,
way you can do electrical work and
yeah, kind of like Stephen Hawking in a way. Of course, I'm not as bad off as he is, but
no,
he was very intelligent. He had the Cambridge chair at Cambridge University. He was the same chair hold
right.
by Isaac Newton's chair. He was highly regarded, in the theoretical physics.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, poor
with the Lou
guy
Gehrig
having that
disease,
disease.
he didn't really have much ability to do much at all
No,
because his whole life was pretty much sitting in that seat. That's all he
I know,
did.
but his brain, Michelle, was amazing.
Yeah, he
Bit like
thought.
yours.
He took a lot of time to think about things and to try to conceptualize things that I couldn't even understand half the stuff he was talking about. Still, I mean, I'm sure I would talk about stuff. He would go, "I'm sorry, I do not understand the importance of three-phase electrical wiring for the motor
Yes,
design." Okay.
yes, that's true. I don't understand some of the
I
stuff
don't
he says.
understand anything detailed about how dark matter interacts with light matter, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Um, yeah,
I
but
just
the
messaged
thing
Paul,
is I
so
also love
Paul might be
history.
here in a minute,
I
Michelle.
love the sciences. I love history. I love art.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, Michelle, you could take an evening class or something, or some computer online class. Would that
uh,
interest you? Give you something to do?
well, I could have easily taught the class.
Well, yeah, yeah.
If I actually had gotten from my teaching degree, I could have become a teacher. I could have been a teacher in a classroom.
Mhm. Yeah.
Except one thing, which is a reality, is today's kids are terrible in
Oh God.
school.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know
Schools
how
in the United
people don't
States
smack
are
them one.
become a war zone. If you ever think about it, what the teacher's life is like. Never mind the fact that they're grading tests and quizzes and having to deal with kids that basically have mental quotient so low and so dense and so, and then you let them don't even want to learn. Let's say if you're teaching, for example, English. Heaven forbid. I don't think I would do good in English. Trying to explain grammar, I would be a disaster. But
Yeah.
if I was to teach, say, for example, history, I wonder how many of the kids would really understand half the stuff that I was, like I said at the beginning of the show. I mean, today's kids know very little about what it was like back in the 1970s.
Yeah.
I have no clue. They read about it from books. We're talking about kids that were born in the 1980s here. But, the computers, a lot of them, by the time they were 15, they started having computers in schools. They started to have this technology. I came into that later on. Okay, I was kind of like, you can say, kind of the gateway. Was the gateway
Mhm. Yeah.
generation. But then again, my generation also was messing around with stuff from the '60s. Lawn darts, anyone? uh,
Oh my God, I had a set of lawn darts. They were lethal. They had a big spike on them.
they have big spikes. We had both kinds. We had the kind with the sharpened spike and the dull spikes. No matter which one, they still are scary. You think about it. If some poor person, wanted to be a real sadist. Oh my God! In fact, this happened in real life. Kids would throw darts at kids.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
with some very major, gruesome consequences. So
Mm.
yeah, those are real things. But back then, kids were kind of expected. Well, it's got a sharp, pointy tip. Don't throw this at somebody. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Well,
But
Michelle,
today's kids are like
when I was a kid,
they
we had
lack that sense of common sense for some reasons. For
yeah.
some people,
Well, they're little shits. That's what it is. But when I was young, we had candy cigarettes. They were like little packs of
yes,
cigarettes,
we
but
did have
they
candy
were
cigarettes too.
candy cigarettes.
We still had them. We had them candy cigarettes. The whole thing was so cool, right? Hey, I got a candy cool cigarette or Winston cigarette, right?
Yeah.
And I even made it I even made it simulated lighter using a light bulb and a switch. I'm sitting there sucking on my peppermint stick with my simulated lighter and flicking simulated ashes into an actual ashtray because my parents did smoke. So, I don't know. That's just the way it was. Weird
Yeah.
times.
I know. Did your parents smoke?
Oh, both smoked heavily.
Yeah. I mean, everyone smoked back in the day. It was
Yes, everybody smoked back then.
yeah, it was a thing to do. You'd get
I
in the
mean,
car, no
today
seatbelts on the
you
kids.
cannot get me into a room with a cigarette smoker and expect me not to wet gag. I'm so used to being away from cigarettes that I absolutely avoid them as much as I
Yeah.
can. So when people ask me, "Can I smoke in your house?" No, go to the porch. I don't want cigarette smoke in here. Lungs don't work. I don't. I don't need to have the smoke clog and get the nicotine glaze in my computer and then my
Yeah.
lungs and everything else. Cigarette smoking is dirty. I don't know why anyone really would do it. I mean, because
I
I
kind
keep
of enjoy it. I don't smoke anymore. I've given up again, but when I do smoke, I love it.
yeah.
It's like a drug. It takes away the
It
edge.
is a drug. It's nicotine. I chew
Well,
tobacco,
yeah,
so I know about the nicotine. And I mean,
yeah,
like, the thing is at least I'm not infecting you with my secondhand smoke. It's
that's
not,
true.
It's not
Mhm.
like it's being sucked into my computer, making a nicotine glaze. It's almost impossible to get out.
Right.
Um,
Hey, what did number 10 die of in the end? Did you find out?
what did number 10? Oh, he died of. He died from drinking too much alcohol when he wasn't supposed to drink because he had type 2
Oh.
diabetes.
Oh, okay. I thought it might have been cancer, all the smoke he was.
I wonder if in his own way he actually kind of put himself on a suicide and installment plan. In
Yeah,
other
that's
words, okay,
possible.
Paul wants to come on. Let's get him on here. In other words, he felt his life was pretty much over
Right,
for whatever
yeah.
reason. How you doing, Paul?
What's
Hey,
going on,
Paulie,
Michelle? What's
what's the
up?
matter
What's
with
up?
you?
Yeah.
Nothing. I was going to ask Michelle the same question. Michelle, what's got you so riled up today, Michelle?
Yeah.
Riled up today.
Well,
I'm just
it's a
kind of
lot.
upset because I still my waist size is still 54 inches, and I feel like I haven't successfully lost anything. That was one of the reasons why I feel like crap. But that's not the only one. The other
Oh.
one I was still very upset about last night what Red Foreman was saying, and I part of me, and then of course some things that Leo said to me, which I shared with Tiger Kitty, and I feel like I failed somewhere, and we're also down to 1,115 subscribers on YouTube right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's great, Michelle. You're well above 1,000. I don't know why you're upset
Yeah.
about dropping a few subs. You're well over 1,000. What are you upset? What's got you mad about that, Michelle?
I don't even know how many members I still have.
I'm just saying though. I mean, you're doing fine. Yeah, I've got like 400 subs, and you're complaining about having 1,100. I mean, come on, Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, and as far as like blazing, I mean, you didn't fail, Michelle. It's just, people coming from the drama community. They're gonna flip flop on you. They're gonna be mad at you 1 second. They're gonna love you the next. I wouldn't put too much into that, Michelle. I wouldn't. People come and go all the time, Michelle. You know that.
Yeah, that's what I said. People's lives change as well, you know.
People, yeah. I wouldn't take any. I wouldn't put too much into that, Michelle. I mean,
Did you get my message, Paul?
more than likely, I haven't got to it yet, but I more than likely did. Yeah, I'll check it in 1 second here. I was just fixing some stuff up here on my computer. I'll
No,
get
you
to it.
weren't. You were playing Guitar Hero.
Well, yeah, but I got some stuff to fix up as well now. Now that you've gotten me off the game and over here, you got me on a different project. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Can you play Guitar Heroes, Michelle?
we'll get to it in a second.
I wonder if Michelle can play that.
Something here in the background here. All right, so let me show you, or let me tell you what we got now for the monetization side of things, just so you guys know the numbers. Memberships. We lost 4. Right now, we only have 8.
Well, I know where you lost 2 of those. One was probably Metal Kitty, and one was probably Leo.
No, Metal Kitty's still here.
Oh, is she? Oh, good.
Yeah, she's still here. Tommy R's still here, Metal Kitty's still here, Wild Bill's still here, Seasons is still here, Chris is still here, Leo
Let's see here. What do we got?
is still here right now. At least it looks like she is. Maybe it doesn't show the ones that unsubbed.
Oh my goodness.
So, basic support, apply. See if that clears up the numbers a bit. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it doesn't show me who left. So
don't worry about it, Michelle. You'll get more, and you'll lose some, and you'll gain some. It swings and roundabouts.
But we know that one thing is obvious is we did lose some viewers, or some of the views are down because of we're not doing as many shows on YouTube anymore because it moved a lot of things over to Twitch.
Well, that's probably why as well. You've got loyal followers on YouTube, and you seem to have just gone twitchy.
Well, here's some good news, Michelle. You might want to keep in mind of the new viewers are up.
Oh, well, that's good.
if you look at the numbers for the yeah, let me see if we can get this up here. 32 returning viewers, 21 new viewers. The 21
Well,
new viewers has been slowly, steadily increasing.
that's good.
I mean, it's not like Speedy Gonzalez, but there are new viewers are coming in.
Michelle, there's people that have had channels for years and don't have half the amount of viewers as you do.
Yeah.
So don't worry about your views.
Oh, let's see if there's any comments here right now. You said hi, white boy. Okay, that's the last one I see.
Yeah, don't read his message.
So, Paul, do you think you're going to be playing World of Warcraft tonight? Because I mean,
yeah. I mean, if you and Skynet are more than likely, I should be around. Yeah. If you
And
and
I
Skynet are
will
playing,
come and watch.
if you and Skynet are playing, Michelle, I'm more than likely to jump on with you.
He's probably got a hangover.
Maybe.
I know
I fell
that
asleep.
he said something about he had to work tonight, so it would be later on,
Yeah.
or when
There you
he's
go.
when he's slow and quiet, where he can kind of, just bring his laptop and play it on, on his break.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't talked to him today, Michelle. But
Yeah.
yeah, more than likely.
And I wanted to get some Silvermoon radio in tonight, because I know that the radio show does get some viewers. I think people do like the radio show to some extent. I mean, it doesn't have a huge following.
Yeah, do it up. I mean, if that's what you want to do and that's what makes you happy, Michelle, I say do it up. Hell yeah. Silvermoon returns tonight. I saw Michelle. I saw you doing those Cumberland Farm commercials last night during your
Yeah.
presentation of the rally. That was
Well, I
pretty,
had to fill in all those empty spaces from
pretty
recent
funny to watch
broadcasts.
you do that. You're like, come on, everybody, come to Cumberland Farm.
Go get yourself a snack and come on, Farms. We got time. They take EBT stamp too.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. Man in Germany gets 90 COVID-19 shots to sell forged passes. Well, he gets 90 shots. I wouldn't exactly call them forged, would you? Except one valid question. How immune is he really after getting 90 shots? That's a good question. What do you think, Paul?
I would say it's got to mess with his system. I don't know if he's very immune, but something's got to be going on with him. Yeah, I don't know. That's a bit much. It's a bit much.
Yeah. Well, right now, does he have the BA2 shot? Basic asshole 2? New flavor?
New flavor.
Yeah. What I miss personally is I used to have satellite dish. I used to watch a lot of TV shows, and and I even used to have Netflix. Okay, both the disc in the mail and the online one. And I would enjoy the pleasure of this is not good for weight loss. So, okay, just keep you honest. We're talking about video here. Sit there and just go through and watch show after show after show and show. And I said to myself, well, if I get the satellite dish, I'll save money, but then maybe I can also at the same time work on my weight. Well, that didn't work out right, obviously, because my weight got worse and. But Michelle, don't forget, your weight got worse because of your injury, which is part of the problem in the lockdowns.
Well, you need to move more. I don't know how many times I've got to tell you. It doesn't matter how much, but anything's better than what you're doing now, which is zero movement or exercise.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a tea. 1 minute.
No worries. So what do you got?
I don't
So
get. I don't even get that question about balls. Sorry. If you mean a big, giant, portly bay window hanging on the front.
you got balls? Oh, low them balls hang low.
I got a huge bay window in the front.
Does Rusty like to sit in your bay window, Michelle?
No, this ponderous belly is. Looks more like a giant veranda. Yeah, I give you that. But at least I can kind of joke a little bit about it, even though I mean it is distressing. That's one reason why the character we play is that dwarf is kind of I can empathize with her a little bit, even though she's not really overweight. You know, she's all muscle, right? As far as I can see. Kind of looks a little bit like Dory. Kinda. Although I don't know. Yeah, I want to play some World of Warcraft tonight. And I did check the weather for next week, and it's gonna be warming up. And so let's just pull up the numbers real quick. Right now it's 6 degrees. It's raining outside. Okay. And the rain will continue on throughout the night. By 2 a.m. it'll stop raining. Today, okay, 90% chance of rain. Monday, it's going to be nice, 11 degrees. So I might go outside Monday. Tuesday, it'll be warm. Go to McDonald's with Krista and the DMB to get my ears. I mean, get my state ID. I am going to take the ears with me. Leave the ears on when I go into the DMB for the driver's ID. If they have a problem with it, man, they'll tell me. You know,
Just tell them they're your real ears.
It's your religion, Michelle. They can't deny you, Michelle. They can't deny you. Just tell them it's part of your religion.
Actually, they kind of work for me, kind of like eyeglasses work for me. They kind of help me with my hear a little bit better, a little more directional hearing.
Tell them you need them for your corrective hearing.
You know, that's actually not actually a lie. They do help me hear a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you can tell them.
Because when I take them off, I'm as deaf as a post. They actually do help me direct sound more to my ear canal. So they do have a slight increase in my hearing, but not like by a measurable amount. But you know. But which is still kind of sad. The fact is that, to my knowledge, Dmitry Putin does not have any. I don't know if he has any inventory left for his ears. I don't know if he still has.
Is he related to Vladimir, Michelle? Is that his name, Dmitry Putin? You said his name's Dmitry Putin?
Pruden.
Pruden.
P-R-U-D-E-N.
Pruden. Is he related to Vladimir Putin?
No.
I don't think Dmitry gives a shit about his ears at the minute.
Oh, no, well, that would be kind of interesting if he was, right?
Yeah, he's probably avoiding missiles and
I could just see him go, "Hey, cousin, why are you killing my people?"
You know what a real common name is over there, Michelle? Like a name like John or Steve. You know how we have those common names over here? A real common name over there, Vladimir. A lot of Vladimirs and Igors.
Is it?
Yeah, Vladimirs, Igors, and Dmitry. Dmitry is also a very common man's name, too.
The president of Russia's named Vladimir Putin. The one of Ukraine's named Vladimir something. Like they're both named Vladimir.
Right,
yeah. Like a common name over there.
Zelensky. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was married to a Polish man once.
Oh, yeah?
And don't forget, you also have your Michaels. The only thing is, they're not as common. Michaels are not as common. But what about the female names? I actually don't really know.
Kitty, you look a lot like my first wife.
Do I?
Yeah.
How many wives have you had?
None yet. There you go. Sorry, Michelle, you were saying?
Anyway, like I said, I don't know too many female Slavic names. I mean, Vanya is one. You know,
I'm not sure about the gals. I haven't. I don't know about the gals, Michelle. Yeah, like you said, Vanya. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Vanya. It's actually there's actually two different spellings, and I have to use both of them in the World of Warcraft. The first is Vanya. The second one is Vanya. Okay, which we know that second one, she's the shadow priest that keeps you in Paul or Schmickelcat. I mean,
Yep. Keep us alive.
Skynet safe. Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
sure.
Michelle, I've just looked up some names. Olga.
Oh yeah, Olga. Yeah.
Olga.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What do you have for
Christina.
names?
Christina, Vera, Kira, Margarita.
Okay.
They like the at the end, don't they?
They sound pretty traditional, pretty generic names.
Yeah.
Of course,
Sophia.
Maria.
Daria. I like that name.
Daria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna.
Sophia, huh? That's interesting.
Anastasia.
Anastasia, yeah.
Anastasia, yeah.
I used to know a stripper named Anastasia.
Daria. I like that name, Daria. Yeah.
Used to be a cartoon on MTV, Daria.
Eva.
Eva, yeah. That's another common name. They say common meaning that they're very much used all over the world now. Katerina.
Yeah.
I knew a German girl named Katerina, foreign exchange student. Yeah. She was a foreign exchange student in our high school. Her name was Katerina. How could you forget that, right? I mean, how could you forget that? We had another fellow from Brazil. His name was Fabio.
I think the most important thing, though, is we have to remember that, sure, the Vladimir Putin has done some pretty bad stuff, but the majority of the Russian people do not support his actions at all. They don't. They really think he's gone too far.
Michelle, I've never had a problem with the Russians before. I like their national anthem.
I don't understand the Russian anthem. What? We talking about the Soviet one, or we talking about the one that came after that one?
The one that came after that one.
All right. Well, I don't even know much about that one.
I can play a taste of it for us.
But like I said,
viewers we got.
Ed is in bed. And a sleep shift, pretty much, yeah. He was up earlier.
That bed is manned 24 hours a day.
Yeah, it never gets a break. Michelle, do you check Ed every now and then, make sure he's still breathing?
He's also put on a lot of pounds, too. I'm growing concerned about him also because of his weight.
You guys need to get out, Michelle. You got to get out there and start walking a bit more, now that the weather's nice. Got to get out there a bit more, get some exercise. I do as well. I got to start. I'm starting back up tomorrow. I'm going to start hitting the weights again.
Actually, I would say the bet is, man, 24 hours a day. Because if I'm not in it, Ed's not in it. Then the cat is in it. So then the cat takes it.
Bed never gets any rest. It's always got something on it. It's always me.
So Michelle, remember, I'm not going to be here Friday and Saturday. I'm going away in my RV.
Oh shit. Road trip.
Yeah, I need to walk the dog.
I tried to call you, but you don't have a voicemail set up.
No, I've only had that phone since Christmas. I don't know how to do it.
Oh, usually your cell phone provider will tell you. They'll give you instructions like they might say you just got to call your cell phone number, and then you just go ahead and you just give you instructions right there on the phone. So
I'm not good with technical shit.
I don't know what your message would say. Maybe you might say something simple like, "Sorry, I'm not here. Please leave a message." Beep.
Coming to Detroit with the RV. Oh shit! Is that where
No,
you're
I'm just going to go a couple of hours away, somewhere where I can walk the dog out and get some fresh air.
That's something I wish I did have the ability to do. Like I told Tiger Kid earlier, it would be nice if I had the option to just get out for a while, go somewhere different where people don't know me, just take a little bit of a break. Although I'll be honest, the ear's kind of a dead giveaway. I'll be, oh wait a minute, are you Michelle from YouTube? Yeah, I thought I saw those years before.
Well, you're in a better mood now, Michelle, than you were this morning or a few hours ago. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah,
very depressed.
I was feeling pretty. I was feeling pretty
I
down.
tuned out. I didn't want to. I had to tune out. I was, just freshly high. I wanted to enjoy it. But I'm glad you're feeling better, Michelle. Glad you're feeling better. What do you got up for today? You gonna do any trucking today?
Probably, but like I said, I want to try to get some Silvermoon radio in too at 7:00. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get in 4 hours with a music play, but maybe I can get in 2.
Right,
You don't. Are you gonna do that on Twitch?
Yes, it's gonna be on Twitch and on Discord like usual, so it'll be on both networks.
Right out.
And then we'll videotape it anyway, so we can have a copy and put it on Patreon.
Yeah. Oh, Michelle, I was going to ask you. So, where are your comic books on Patreon? Because I can't find them.
Oh, they should be up there. The Harpy's Dust comic strips. I didn't delete them, but maybe after a while they get buried in all the old posts. I don't think they deleted them. I can give you a link to the comic strips if you really want to see them.
Just send me a link.
Yeah, I can just send you a link to you and Krista on Discord. It's nothing. It's no big deal. Yeah, I really was enjoying, the Silvermoon radio shows, and then everybody said they hated them, and then I kind of got depressed, and I stopped doing them, and then. But I still feel kind of. I feel kind of sad because, along with the radio show being furloughed, my book was being furloughed again. It's like I start writing a book and then all of a sudden I lose interest and it just sits there unfinished. Like an unfinished symphony. Poor Schubert never got a chance to finish the symphony. Why?
What's
he
your
died.
book about, Michelle?
Oh, it's about a human that goes to Silvermoon by railroad, by the train. Amtrak was going through a portal, specifically working with the Cinderai, and she wanted to become like a Cinderai, so she wanted to get real ears and everything, and they fixed her hearing, they fixed her knees, and
sounds like it's a book about yourself, Michelle.
It's a book about myself, yes. It definitely is written from a first-person perspective. I can give you so many updates, like I gave the Blazing Leo. She never got back to me on commenting on it. She never told me she liked it. She never... Which kind of made me feel bad, because again, another book that will never be read. As I felt like was like the book would never be seen the light of day, even though I put a lot of work into trying to develop the characters and the plot. No, I did not unband Yam Ranch. And the reason is because Yam Ranch has not contributed anything positive to this channel whatsoever. However, there were people I did remove from the ban list that Red Foreman had banned. Okay. Most of them were basically trying to sell their wares on here, but basically they can't give URLs right now, so they can come back and maybe become possibly a positive contributor to the channel.
It's hard work owning all these owning channels.
Yeah. It is, because you got to maintain the YouTube, then the Twitch, and don't forget, I got 3 other YouTube channels too. Well, one of them is actually Lumi's, but yeah, Michelle's North American Snare Queen, Welcome to My World, and then my channel, and then her channel. Yeah, I haven't done anything on your channel lately either.
Oh, well, you've got time.
Well, if Yam loves me, then why did he do half the stuff he used to do, which used to piss everybody else off?
Michelle, you didn't piss anyone else off, but I think you, if anything. I mean, Michelle, you just brought a lot of people to the show. A lot of people have watched the show because of Yam Ranch.
That's true.
You know,
I don't. I'm going to be honest. He should not have doxed Leo. I don't
Right.
like doxing of any description.
I think he's past all that, though. You know.
Well,
Yeah.
the
But
thing
apart
is,
from that, he's funny.
that's the stuff that Yam did that actually really started the whole BS with the doxing. If he hadn't done
Right.
that,
Well, Michelle, that was only a one-time occurrence. It was probably for a reason. But that's not something common that he does on your show. You know that. I know that,
That's true.
Michelle.
I've never seen him
It
do
was
it.
it was an isolated incident.
what he's known
person
for
that-
doing worse is they sit there and go ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong,
Well,
ding dong,
Michelle,
ding
that's
dong.
because
ding
you didn't
dong.
let him on. If you just let him on,
If
he'll
he
be fine.
basically did like one ding dong and waited for like 10 minutes and tried again, maybe I wouldn't have been so frustrated with him.
Well, no, you got to move past it, Michelle. The person that he had a problem with doesn't come to the show anymore, so there shouldn't be a problem. The person
That's true.
that he had a problem with doesn't even come here anymore. Doesn't want anything to do with your show, Michelle. So there's not going to be any more doxing or anything like that going on. I said give him another chance, Michelle.
You mean everybody laugh? I understand that. I get that. Yes, he
Yeah,
made some people laugh, but he didn't make everybody laugh. Not everybody laughed. Not everybody did.
Most people did, though. I would say the majority of people did, Michelle.
Yeah, I did. Michelle, he was funny, and he's a very good musician as well.
So, I mean, the person he doxed Michelle isn't here anymore, so you don't have to worry about that. No one's gonna get doxed if Yam Ranch comes back and is around. I say give him another shot, Michelle. He's been a part of your show for a long time.
That's true.
Leo saying Yam Ranch is one of the reasons why people left the show because they didn't like what he was doing. But then again,
it's not though. Who said that, Michelle?
Leo did.
Yeah, but she's not here anymore. She left the show.
I know
she's
that.
not here anymore, Michelle. She's the one, telling you that people aren't going to come to your show now because she left. I mean, come on, Yam Ranch has never done that.
In some ways, she was saying Monica was bad. Monica wasn't really that bad. Sure, Monica wanted to have the upper hand, but I think there's some balance can be done between me, Monica, Leo, Ron the Church, all the other people. I don't think it was like anybody really wanted to manipulate my channel for the sake of their manipulation. For example, Monica did take a lot of time to go through those videos looking for things that I asked her to look for that would potentially give me future strikes with YouTube. People don't realize that I actually asked her to go through those videos and look at them. Ron the Church tried to do something similar with me, and they upset Brian K a lot. She didn't quite like Brian K's attitude back then. But, I think we need to kind of realize that, guys, this is a lot of work for one person to do all this content. I mean, you got to be
Michelle,
you got to be like an octopus. You basically got to have arms like a big Kali, the world destroyer, 8, 10, 15 arms in the system trying to determine all the things that's going on. And one channel is bad enough, but I've got 3 channels plus Limmy's channel on YouTube, plus my channel on Twitch, plus my Patreon page, plus my Discord page. That's a lot of stuff to watch. Botter, by the way, invited me to join another Discord. I said nicely, sorry, I'm not interested.
Be careful there. Yeah, good idea. But, I mean, Michelle, I think people have lost sight of I'm here to support you. And
yeah, I know you are.
Can. I mean, I don't.
And Monica
channel,
was too, and
Blazing
Leo was also, and Ron the Church was too. The sad truth is that they didn't like that, and they actually went out of their way to try to destroy and sabotage those people.
And there's a way of showing support. I mean, threatening you is not showing support. Making demands is not showing support. You do what you want. You have whoever you want on your show. And if I can support you in a little way, I will.
Well, that's.
Same with
I mean, both
I've never
Monica.
heard say ban someone.
Monica wasn't actually making demands at first. People keep forgetting this. Monica, as I said, agreed to help
Well,
me
no, that's
out with
what
my
these people do,
channel.
Michelle. They
Agreed to
become your
help me
friends,
to
they
try to
coddle you,
find
and then
out.
they make their demands. You know?
Right, it's your channel. You can have whoever you want on there. Like, I don't care. The more the merrier for me.
Yeah, that's yeah. Well, I mean, asking someone to not have someone on their channel only hurts the channel. I mean, yeah.
After all, do you really want to sit in a channel with only one person that talks all day and that's it? That would be so boring. It's like the
Oh,
preacher
Michelle, I
used to
like it
be
when
in
you
my
talk.
area called Dr. Gene Scott on Channel 18. It's all he did every day was sit there and talk Bible. That's all he did. Sure, he had his parishioners that would follow him on TV, but the truth is, he was a literal bore. That was what he was. But yeah, he was knowledgeable, but he was a literal bore. He never had anybody contact on the show. Now, let's go back to George Whiteboy says here, people come and go all the time. That's true. You got the biggest checks with him. That's true. I don't deny that. It's your job to bring everyone together. Everyone isn't going to love one another.
That's true.
You give Monica and her friends power. You split your community. Well, see, that's the problem. Is that we're not trying to split anything. Okay, but now it's a situation where Leo and her friends want power. How does that work? Where do you find the balance? I mean, you're trying to reach out to all kinds of people, and some of them are going to want to seize power, and then there are others that don't want the power, and then you got another group of people that sort of want the power, but they're afraid to ask for it, so they say nothing, and then they
Let's get this
resent.
out there. I don't want no power. I just want to support you in any way I can.
Right.
I don't
well,
like
Leo
it when
was
you're
saying the
upset.
same thing. I don't want the power. I just want to help you succeed. So was Monica. I just
Oh, I think you can succeed on your own. You don't need anybody for that. You just need, if you're feeling down, someone to talk to.
I
You've
need
done
someone to
very
talk
well on your
to
channel, Michelle.
emotionally because of the reason I explained already. If anything that this pandemic has done, it has basically resulted in a lot of people feeling really isolated. There's if it wasn't for social media, a lot of people would have no one to talk to.
Yeah,
what would
that's
you
true.
talk to?
That's
The
true.
wall?
Yeah.
We're talking about a situation where what are you going to do? Pay a therapist to sit in psychodynamic therapy for 45-minute sessions? Oh, please don't forget to pay the $200 on the way out the door. Sure, someone do that, but a lot of people can't afford to do that. And
I don't know.
so, yeah, the social media part is important because of that reason alone. It makes you feel less lonely. But then when all the other stuff happens, and it just kind of really sucks because you're like, I want to feel like I'm part of something wonderful. But then when one person says you're not supposed to hang out with the other one because the other one is not their friend, and then you're like, you want to be friends with both of them. So you're like, well, how am I supposed to be friends with both of them?
Well, you can, Michelle. It's called being an adult. No one can tell you who you should or shouldn't be friends with. If one of your friends doesn't like another one of them, that shouldn't matter. I mean, a
That's
friend
their
is a
problem,
friend.
not your problem.
If they were really your friend, they would try and get along with the other person, Michelle. They shouldn't make.
And then, of course, you got people saying, like, Monica hates your guts. I don't got the impression Monica hates my guts. I don't think she hates my guts. She's having a lot of personal issues in her own life that was going on at the same time. And I don't think that would be a reason for a person to hate your guts. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, she destroyed your show, Michelle. She abandoned you. She doesn't come around anymore. She doesn't talk to you.
Well, she kind of had her own issues again that she couldn't keep up with her own matters. I don't think she really intended to destroy me. I don't think that was intention.
No, I don't.
Well, she kicked me and Skynet off the show.
Yeah, she did because
made
she
your show
thought that
made
was
your
the
show
right
an
thing to
absolute
do.
bore, Michelle.
But then
no
in
one
the
liked
end,
her.
Leo was doing the same thing. Oh, I
Right.
can't be on when Paul and Skynet are on.
See, I can understand, Michelle, that Yam Ranch doxed her. About what did me and Skynet do to
Yeah,
her?
what did
What have
Skynet
we
do?
ever done to her? I've done nothing to her. She's literally sent me a huge apology, like last Monday, like 3 paragraphs long, apologizing for accusing me of this and that. And what have me and Skynet done to her? Why would she not want to be on with me or Skynet? What have we done? I've
Hang
done
on a
nothing
minute.
to her.
She sent you an apology.
She sent me a fucking like 2-paragraph apology.
That's not what the.
And then, of course,
I
there
don't
was a couple other people
said,
that
"Don't tell Skynet
invariably,
John Hamm, yeah, it was really weird. I don't even know if it was
invariably got
her or not.
hurt also by Monica. And like, for example, whatever happened to Charlotte? Charlotte didn't do anything wrong. Charlotte.
I don't think Red likes Charlotte for some reason. But, oh my God, no one can get on with anyone.
Right, it's fucking. This is Michelle's show. She should be able to have on who she wants. Like,
Exactly.
if she should have the only say in it. You know, if
Exactly.
someone
Just
doesn't
tell
like
everyone,
it,
sort out
And the
your
people that I
bickering.
miss talking to, I
No.
can't even find them. For example, what the hell happened to Scottish Stacy? I don't know.
yeah, couldn't tell you.
I would enjoy talking to Scottish Stacy again.
Maybe she's got her own life, you know, real life things going on.
Right, I'm sure she does. You know, but it's you see what I'm getting at here. You know,
Michelle, people come and go all the time, Michelle.
Yeah.
It's not because you have a show. It's not because of you. It just happens
No.
in life. I don't have a huge circle of friends like I had when I was like 15 or 16. You know, a lot of people grow up, they get married, they have children.
Right.
You know, they have whatever going on in their life. But, you know, as long as you have good people around you, keep those good people around you and, you know, get rid of the rest.
Yeah.
but I
You know,
think
some people don't have anyone to talk to.
But I think the
Michelle.
one
You
thing
gotta
that
talk
really
to
did
people.
hurt a lot was when I was being blamed for all the things that they say went wrong, and then it's like, well, wait, what did I do? And then I'm looking at
Yeah,
it
I
and
hear
going,
you, Michelle. I've been blamed for stealing money and giving people's information out. Nah, you know, I've done nothing wrong. I understand.
Right. And
Just-
no one should be accused of anything. That includes stealing money. That includes being a pedo. That includes
Yeah.
anything that's major. It's not good.
Yeah, I mean,
Without
you should have
proof.
proof, you know.
Exactly.
I mean, last night when Ed was on the panel, but we were able to get him to talk a little bit about stubby sized trains and trucks last night. I mean, got him to talk a little bit about his background. And he pointed out that he kind of, you know, doesn't really want to talk much about the fact is that he was really close to actually finally getting the school into the state, you know, championship, and he kind of missed the shot. But you know, that happens. I mean,
Yeah.
we all kind of, you know, have that situation in our lives, one of those oh shit moments, you know. But that didn't mean he didn't play hard. I mean, he probably put a lot of time into that. But you don't know what else is under the big tab. Well, I don't know anything that's going on YouTube either, or in Twitch and all that stuff. So I don't know. But you know, you see, because I have very few physical close friends. Krista's a close friend and physically. Tiger Kitty I talk to physically and I'm close to. You know, I'm easily. People think I don't have friends. I don't want to have friends. That's not the case. I do want to have friends, but I'm just terrible making them for some reason.
No, you're not. You're not. You're very likable, Michelle. Don't put yourself down. You're extremely likable. And all people have to do is support you. That's it. Full stop. Boom.
Yeah. So, so today's videos from last night, I'm trying to get them up on the YouTube side from the Twitch side so the people from YouTube can see them. And there's a slight issue with some copyrighted music. Uh, that's kind of a bit of a downer, but yeah, I never said on YouTube that you can't play music on Twitch. I've never said, I never held the same level of frustration. You can't do that. You can't do that. I never said that. So, and that's something to keep in mind. I never said that you can't play music on Twitch.
Right.
It's probably from the rally, Michelle. They were playing a lot of copyrighted music during
Yeah,
that
they
rally.
were.
Before the rally, they were playing a lot of music. It's probably from that, to be honest, Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing a lot of copyrighted music on that rally.
Mhm.
But I mean, weren't you watching it on YouTube? I don't know how they can get away with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there was they were doing an experiment with a way of scrambling the songs enough that you would probably not be able to pick them up. But I guess that didn't work out too well because that option no longer is an option. But that was a
Right.
neat idea. The idea was is that they would filter out the music enough that you couldn't get copyright strike because their content ID wouldn't show the song. And I think that was a nice idea in concept, but in reality, it was really kind of a bit of a problem because it took too long to hash it, for lack of a better term, to hash the music. And right now, I'm trying to get rid of some of the copyrighted music, and I'm having an absolute uh, uh, difficult time getting rid of all these songs.
Yeah, I'd probably just say screw it, Michelle, and just leave it on
Yeah.
Twitch. I wouldn't bother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
And it's gonna take you forever to get rid of all those, probably.
Yeah, like the videos from last night, or I put a few of them up. Like the live stream from last night, I wanted to put up, but it's just taking so long to filter out the music. It's just difficult to do it.
Yep.
But the Silvermoon radio to me was always special. Like I said earlier in the show, is I always loved music and I always enjoyed music. And I think that that's why I enjoyed the music show is you could hear me tapping my toes or you'll hear me singing along with the records. Because it made me feel good. Even though records I didn't know that well, yeah, and I'm starting to like a few new artists I haven't heard of before until I went through the record stacks of all the records that got donated to me. Like that one record by Buck Owens. Really, there's one song by Buck Owens that's kind of cool. I forget it was, talking about how the birds start singing and things are magically happening because of love, and that song's kind of cool, kind of catchy. I like it, and I'm going to see if I can try to find that Buck Owens album and put that in because that was really a cool album. And maybe eventually, even though I think it's kind of sacrilegious, I might have to consider converting some of those records to MP3s because of the fact is that I'm not always going to have my turntable nearby, and maybe I might want to go ahead and convert the records into something that I can play on my own when I'm not near the turntable, or might want to shuffle songs from each individual album. It just takes a long time to do it, though. It's not like instant solution.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what time are you doing your radio show today?
That's gonna be 7 o'clock. So I'm gonna try to do is 7 o'clock because that's the time everybody remembers anyway from Silvermoon Radio on Sundays is 7. So
Well, that's good. That gives me
maybe
time to get in that RV and start. I'm gonna wash all the
maybe
sheets.
what I could do, even though it might seem sacrilegious, is since I do have Audacity, there's no reason why I couldn't go ahead and just basically record all the songs onto a big giant MP3 file and then just play the MP3 file through, and then people can actually listen to the albums that way. Well, it's an idea. At least then you could always
Yeah.
pause and do the commercial breaks and stuff too.
You have
Yeah.
commercial breaks?
Yeah. Oh, that's something else I need help with. Anybody here want to do some ad copy? What do we mean by ad copy? Well, since it's based on the fictitious Silvermoon Quathlas, we need to have advertising for companies. After all, radio station has advertisers, right? So we need to have people who are familiar with some of the different companies in Silvermoon and say like Thurston's Livery, what they sell, short like 5 second, 10 second ad that we can stick in maybe a little
Oh,
bit.
look
See
at
this
that.
song. See, Paul, this is right up your alley because this is what your soundboard, your music would be perfect. Basically, take all the businesses in Silvermoon that you can think of, even if the ones that don't even exist, and then just make little advertisements, radio spots for them, and then we can put them in there as part of the playlist, and then they will sequence through just like with the rest of the music.
Yeah, maybe Michelle. I'll give you a good deal on some commercials, Michelle. It's maybe. Yeah.
And even Skynet could help with that, because you guys have the audio skills to do that,
Yeah.
So you want Paul to make some fake advertisements up? For your show?
Exactly.
Oh, Paul, you can
Use
have good fun
different,
with it.
use different voices, things like
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what they sell at Silvermoon. Do they sell weed?
What would I be advertising, Michelle?
Weed.
I'm sure they sell. I'm sure that they do because I mean they do sell reagents. They do sell things like,
Be like a Silvermoon
plants
dispensary
and poisons and things
where
like.
elf ears and get half off on Wednesdays. Okay.
Actually, Paul, it'd be really funny.
Yeah,
The
maybe we'll see
Yam
how-
Ranch would be great at that.
And then maybe even, and don't forget if you, Paul, I'm going to give you a copy of my book too so you can read it because I think you need to see the book so you might understand a little bit more of the backstory. I know you read some of it. Do you still got the
Yeah.
book or did you fall behind in that?
Yeah, I like the adult novels, Michelle. So maybe if you wrote like an adult novel, something I could, like
Bit
sit in the
more-
bathtub too and touch myself, I'd definitely be down.
He wants something raunchy.
Yeah, once
I got right now because
dirty
they're right
literature.
now we're at the point in the book where right now they are actually at war with the Amani trolls and the Scourge right now. The Amani trolls hate the Scourge, and so the Amani trolls basically are having war on the Scourge. At the same time, the Scourge is trying to declare war on the Blood Elves. So there's. And of course, the Blood Elves are stuck in the middle of both of them, trying to kill each other, kill them. So now, it's a tangled web, but it kind of unintentionally kind of ties in with Arthas and everything else. Of how did the Scourge, which were planted by Arthas and the Forsaken, how they are now considered.
Michelle, I might wait till the book's finished because I absolutely hate a cliffhanger. I hate a cliffhanger, Michelle. I hate reading something and then getting left without knowing what's going to happen next. So
Well, when I send the books out, it's so that you guys can give me some ideas where you think we should go with it. Because sometimes I need advice too.
I'm just always going to say sex, Michelle. Like the Cinderai and the Unscourged. They should have sex and create a new race of people, undead scourge.
How do you have sex with a skeleton?
Yeah, he's got boners. He's got a boner.
Yeah, they literally would have boners.
Right, they're all boners. So,
but they wouldn't have any uterus, though. There would be no way to actually procreate.
Yeah, their semen would probably be dust as well. Like just dust would come out. Yeah. We'll figure it out, Michelle. We'll figure it out.
Well, send me the book and the comics, and I'll have a look over that today.
All right.
Yeah, send Tiger Kitty the comics, Michelle. Don't forget. The comics.
I'm dying to see.
I can send you a link to the comic strips too. I mean, I might show you something about my
I'd be interested.
Some of the ways I view the world around me.
Right.
Yeah,
and they're a bit dated today, but I think you'll still get a couple chuckles out of them.
For sure.
All right. So that's an idea. So let's see if there's any other comments here. As Tiger Kitty says, White Boy can make some advertising. Of course, there's a lot of businesses in Silvermoon. And even some of them actually might be actual American companies that migrated to Silvermoon. For example, there's a Kentucky Fried Chicken in Silvermoon. There's
Uh-oh.
a Wendy's in Silvermoon. There's a McDonald's in Silvermoon. And heaven forbid, there's a 7-Eleven in Silvermoon. And there's also Cumberland Farms, too.
Well, the thing is, I don't have a radio voice. Now, Paul has a radio voice.
Oh no. Oh, that's true. That's what my mom always said. You got a radio face. You got a radio voice.
Well,
but not
there's a
TV
technology
face, you know?
called auto-tune, which I
Bring
don't
on
know
the
much.
radio.
I don't know much about auto-tune, but I don't think you sound too bad, Tiger Kitty. I think you could do it.
No, I don't have that radio voice. Hello, woo, woo, you know. I think
Well, I don't think I have that so-called radio voice either.
What the bloody hell? My vacuum's not working. Come down to Silvermoon vacuums.
Yeah, see, Paul, you've got it. It's like a natural thing for you.
Silvermoon appliances.
Something for the future, maybe. I get in a car accident, got nothing else better to do. I can't move nothing but my head. Yeah, it's going.
Silvermoon appliances. Come on down and get yourself a brand new Kirby vacuum cleaner.
Would they have?
Give up on that pro. Come today. Get a new
Some people
machine
gotta
that'll
keep
make
their
your life
houses clean.
easier.
They'd be robots, wouldn't there, in Silvermoon?
There's no roofs on Silvermoon, so I imagine the house gets very dusty quickly.
The only thing they don't have in Silvermoon yet is they do not have a Walmart. Where would they put it?
Hang on.
That's hard to believe.
Isn't Silvermoon like a?
That's a good.
futuristic
You know,
place?
that is a good question. Where would you put a Walmart?
Mythological place.
So why would you have vacuum cleaners? You'd have a robot that come in and clean
Well, I'm
your
wondering
house.
if maybe you might put a Walmart, say, in the Ghostlands. Why?
I don't know if it's futuristic.
But don't forget, you also
I really
got
don't know.
the Dead Scar Preservation Society that would definitely be up against or angry about a Walmart showing up, and never mind all the merchants that be screaming that their whole livelihoods are going to go up in smoke,
I don't fucking know.
which is a valid issue. Politically, we've already seen that in the real world.
Silvermoon sperm bait.
So I kind of left Walmart out, but the fact is that the cinderized technology is also benefiting Earth too, because mana crystals, energy crystals, the mages that they train to do portals on Earth. Now, can you imagine the mess that happened with the Alliance? They have a portal too between Elbersong Woods and the European Union. I believe it's in the Netherlands as their portal, but they don't have trains; they drive trucks. Lots and lots and lots and lots of trucks. And now Elbersong Woods is so polluted with smog.
Well, Michelle, hang on a minute. Is Silvermoon futuristic, or is Silvermoon like the Shire, like an old English Shire, or is it like futuristic?
Silvermoon is more like a futuristic version of a small city or a small town in modern era. You know, they got the electricity, they have their phones, they have their, their police, they have their, you can see that in the book. It mentions all that. They have access to propane, which is used for heating, lighting, and cooking. It's available for all to use. You pay by the cubic meter of gas. It's just like any city.
Right. Okay.
Whereas Elversong Woods, Elwyn Forest, is like a small English hamlet that's just all of a sudden been stuck with a major highway going right through it. And it's really poorly managed. If you've ever been in Goldshire in the game, you know it's already bad enough. So can you imagine a major highway intersection going right through your town?
Right.
And that's what it is. Because, there's the portal is one end of L1 Forest near the, I think it's a little bit like a turn off from the, going to the Stormwind. You go, actually it's right, I think the portal is right within Stormwind itself, right, or right off, right there, and there's an exit. You go off the exit, you go through the portal, and then you're in Elwyn Forest, and then you can drive straight down. And the Elwyn Forest gets supplies. I wonder if I was going to put it by Lakeshore, but I wasn't sure where to put the portal. But since I wasn't writing about the Stormwind side of it right now. But the pollution is intense because of all the trucks and all the diesel fumes and everything, and people being unintentionally hurt and killed by getting hit by the lorries. Just constantly coming in and out, making deliveries for supplies to Stormwind and to into Goldshire and into the Northshire. It's just a mess. Whereas the Cinderai from the very beginning said, let's just use the existing dead scar for the railway. And that way we don't have to totally disrupt everything. You get 2 or 3 trains that come in a day from CSX and from Amtrak. And they'll deliver goods and supplies to depots, and then after that, they'll be distributed by underground pipelines to the different areas of the city, which I think was a more organized structure. But it's something I'm working on. I do gotta fine tune that because I'm kind of curious how, in the end, it's gonna ever work. But as a writer, that's something that you do have to figure out. How to take all the hanging strings, all the hanging chads, and put them together in a way that makes sense.
Okay.
All right, guys. So here's the deal for all the watching here. If you guys would like to help with advertising, and you're on the Discord, and if you would like to post me links of anything that you have created, I will take a listen to them, and depending on the nature of it, we will see if we can put them in as ad copy for the radio show.
Oh, I'm sure Paul's going to do an amazing job.
And of course, since there'll be a audio source that you can play on Discord, obviously other people can comment on your audio work as well, so that you don't have to worry about just having one person just giving it a thumbs up, thumbs down, because other people can check it out too. And I think the area to do that would be user-created artwork, maybe?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea.
All right, guys. But for now,
all right.
Thank you, Tiger Kitty and Skynet, for making me feel a bit better. I'm sorry I was a little bit.
That's not Skynet. That's Paul.
It's all right.
That's Paul, right? Right. So thanks for Paul for helping me feel a little bit better, and of course, hopefully tonight we'll see if we can get some World of Warcraft in sometime.
All right, Michelle. Have a good afternoon. Okay.
All right. See you guys later. Bye, bye, guys. And of course, it's nice to have people that can talk to me when I feel bad. Because I'm a human being. I do get emotional and moody sometimes too. So I got a few hours to do something with Silvermoon Radio. What I might do is I might do that. I might just take some of the records, flip them on my turntable, and just convert them to MP3 so that I can just play them and shuffle the songs in that way. But since we haven't played the albums in a couple of weeks anyway, I could probably just pull some of the records I mentioned and put those on tonight for Silvermoon Radio at 7 o'clock. We haven't played records lately. No, we haven't. And do you want to show the turntable again, or we can try? Okay, we'll try. We'll see. At least if I rip the records into the computer, at least I can just press the play button. That's right. Yeah. All right, guys. See you guys later. Stay out of trouble. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, guys.